Okay, welcome to another episode of Put It On, and this is the fourth episode, and I have a very special guest with me here today, my brother, Joshua Marshall. Cheers. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course.
To recap the beer, but can't do that.
Of course, anytime. As you guys can see, kind of a new setup here. Chair's making a lot of noise. The orange ones, I'll bring those back because they're my my logo. And but this is, this just seems more comfy, more homey. Look at this. Look what we got.
It's a cooking show.
We're kind of oh, you can't hear me. We're kind of big time, I got a panini press, This panini press will probably serve as my new co-host from here on out. Yeah, I just prefer an inanimate object for a co-host rather than a normal. So today, we're going to be just talking about usual stuff. It's okay, they can't hear that. There's a lawnmower going on in the distance. We're going to be talking about the usual stuff, but we're going to be making some of our homemade grilled cheeses for you today while we talk about the stuff. So
Which is the perfect thing to do when you have your first lactose intolerant guest on. So
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that wasn't I asked you about it. I made you sign a form and everything.
Yeah. If I die from my lactose intolerancy,
How do I turn this on?
knobby all the way. Crank that max.
That's mean.
Nope, other way. All the way. Yeah. Now when that green light that says ready comes on,
We're gonna
it's
start
cooking time.
cooking. Okay. All right. So a lot's happened this week. Well, actually, you know what? Let's start with a little bit about you, Josh, because the people want to know more about you.
Who wouldn't? I'm your older brother.
Yeah.
I'm 2 years older than you, but one grade ahead of you because homeschooled. We had a pretty good time growing up, I'd say. We could watch anything stupid and have a pretty great time doing it.
Oh yeah, we watched some terrible movies this week.
We could probably just sit here for like 5 hours and
We
entertain
could.
ourselves.
We really could.
Yeah, I mean, we been through a lot, man. Whole lot.
It's been a long road. It's been so long.
And I think this is the hardest thing. I mean, I there's like certain topics I didn't want to talk to you about because we're just going to be on the podcast. And I mean, there's so many things that happen during a week that I never realized, that I just like come home and would say like, dude, guess what happened today? And I wanted to save those up to when we were recording the podcast. And I'm not going to lie, it was pretty hard.
Yeah, I noticed you were being
pretty
distant.
hard.
You're
Yeah.
being so distant this week, brother.
You didn't do anything.
So what happened? What?
Well, it's like stupid stuff now that I'm thinking about it now. Like if you really have time to process some of your thoughts, you realize maybe that's dumb. But like, so I work in the city. I'm an electrician in the city, and I was coming from my job site to the subway, which is like a 2-block walk. But usually that's the most exciting part of my day. Just all the stuff happens there.
A 2-block walk.
2-block walk.
A 2
2-block walk.
A 2-block walk.
2-block walk.
2-block walk.
2-block walk.
Block walk.
My favorite Chinese dish is block walk.
I love block walk.
So I'm walking, and then I get to the top of the subway, and there's an escalator coming up, escalator going down. The escalator going down, you have to walk past the escalator coming up. And for some reason in the city, the escalator is just time to check your phone because you're not actually walking. You don't have to look where you're going.
Oh yeah.
So everyone comes out of that just looking at their phone, and I'm walking towards the escalator. I'm a good distance away, 10 yards, I'd say, in between. It's all ready.
Oh, we're ready. All right. No, continue your story.
So I'm walking towards, and I just have headphones in. I'm not looking at my phone or anything. I'm looking at where I'm going. I'm letting people go in front of me like a normal person crossing traffic. And girl walks straight into me, like so hard that like she bounced back. And my first reaction was, "Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to walk straight."
It sounded like it was her fault.
But my first reaction was sorry, and I was like, "that shouldn't be my first reaction." I mean, But I mean, I guess just because, I mean, how I don't know if it's how we were raised or what, but I mean, it's always sorry.
I have a theory on this that it might be because of how we're raised, but also, all right, we're gonna get a little political here. Being a little white man in America, you're kind of walking on eggshells the whole time. You're always afraid to offend. So my theory is just that, say sorry first, clear up the drama, and then
Yeah, see, the only issue, though, is that my job, like, sometimes yelling at someone is necessary. Like, if someone,
Yeah.
like, literally leaves a live electrical line and someone walks into it, they're going to die. So, like, I find myself at work that I have to, like, someone will do something stupid, and I'll be like, I'm sorry you did something stupid. And then they'll start to walk away, and I'm like, wait, come back. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
And then I have to get mean after I've already said sorry, and it just is very confusing.
Yeah, well, you can't stop it, it's kind of like built into
It's
your...
just, no matter what. I mean, I could get punched in the face and I'd be like, I'm sorry I hurt your fist.
Yeah.
Be like, I apologize.
"Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I do something?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. This week, because I also work, construction, because that's what I do. But yeah, this week, I'm really getting sick of Jersey drivers. So there was a semi truck in front of me, and he was going super slow, and there was a car tailgating me behind me. And so I obviously wanted to switch lanes and go past the truck, but he did that thing where like he switches before you.
Oh, yeah.
So then, but I had my blinker on the whole time. So then he's trying to pass me, but like he switched and like I was switching at the same time, and then he honked, like was laying on the horn, and I was just like really, dude, like you're the dick here.
Yeah.
And then he passed me later on and was just like staring me down the whole way, and I was just like, yeah, I hate Jersey drivers, but I feel like I would have done the same thing
Right, yeah.
in the reverse situation.
Yeah, definitely.
And then people always say we should like start buttering bread or something.
Yeah. Okay. I'll butter bread, you continue your story.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. So people say that your true self comes out when you're in a car. Mm-hmm. And so some woman was trying to switch lanes when I was like on my way home, which is when I'm just like flooring at 80 down the turnpike or whatever the road is. And so I was sitting in her blind spot for a little bit, and then she starts trying to switch and like doesn't notice me because I'm sitting in her blind spot like an idiot. Yeah. And I just lay on the horn and like keep holding it. I'm just like, ah! And she like looks and realizes and backs off, and I just keep holding it and staring at her. I'm just like, you mother. And then and I was just like, wow. So if people are, their true self comes out, I'm just like kind of
angry person.
Yeah, I have some problems. I definitely have some problems, for sure. Anything else happened to you this week? Topical wise, do you butter both sides of the grilled cheese, or do we?
Well, like that's gonna be the bottom bread, and then that's gonna be the top bread. So like, that's gonna go down, and then you're gonna put the cheese on it in a pair, and then you should probably describe what we're actually making.
Oh yeah, so what we are making is a special kind of grilled cheese with sourdough bread, any kind of butter you want.
This is Kerrygold butter.
This is
Irish
Kerrygold. Irish native nuts. That sounds sexual.
Irish. I don't know what I was trying to say. We're getting to our Irish roots, perhaps. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what I just tried to say.
Irish native nuts. Oh, I thought that was the type of butter.
No, it's Kerrygold butter.
It's Kerrygold. I thought it was like Kerrygold, and they had like
lost in the sauce for a minute.
Lost in the sauce. All right, we also have some brie cheese, which I don't know if you've ever had. We cut off the edges because we don't like bitterness.
That's disgusting, floppy.
It was a very floppy piece of cheese. For all you podcast listeners at home, here, listen to this.
Oh.
I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a floppy piece of cheese. That'll go on mine.
Would sound like.
Yeah, that's probably what it sounds like. And then we have some sliced pear that's going to go with the brie cheese. So it's sourdough, brie cheese, pears, sliced pears, and a little bit of thyme.
Yeah, because if you add thyme to the mix, everything always gets better over time. Unless it's this pear, which is turning brown.
Yeah.
So let's put something on here.
Let's cook. Okay. Here we go.
Do you think we could do both on this at one time, or just one, or?
I think we can do both.
All right. So you want to do one, and I'll do one.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So these two breads go together, and these two breads go together.
Should we spin the mic around? No, because it's gonna be over that, right?
Yeah, that would be loud.
Whatever.
I think we just do it quick and then come back.
Okay, here we go.
Ready? I'm going in the back. You go in front.
Okay. Oh yeah. These are my 2 pieces. Those are your 2 pieces.
Yeah. This is my cheese.
Oh, I hope you can hear that sizzle. Oh, that sizzle. I'm throwing cheese on.
Yeah. Just evenly spread.
Now, I remember seeing in Matty Matheson that you're supposed to cook them slow.
Yeah, we have it on max, so I don't think these are going to be too slowly cooked.
So we should probably turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, I would turn it down after. I don't want that much cheese. I'm putting that on.
I'm good with
Pear?
where I'm at, and now we're just pear season. Which I hate that people say season. You know, that's like a new trend. They're like, oh, this season, and they always spell it SZN.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but I do it. Which is like,
there's
I'm
like
part of the
I
problem.
Also hate when people say literally about things that aren't literal,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, is it literally like that, bro?
Mhm.
But I do that.
I can't believe Mom was going to tell us to use...
crap.
2
pairs, yeah.
2 pairs. We have 1 pair here.
You want to close it?
Look at all this extra pear we have. Yeah, I should close it.
Gentle close. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my. Alright, let's turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Look at... Yeah, we have so much pears. So much extra pears. And our mom was telling us that we might need... 2 pairs.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're good on 1 pair.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely. She was like very, you must use 2 pairs.
Yeah.
Because she bought 30 pairs, so she's like, you better use the freaking pears.
She bought 2 loaves of pears.
2 loaves of pears.
She bought 2 loaves of bread.
From our Irish notes, she brought 2 loaves of pears.
2 loaves of bread, a bunch of pears, and a thing of brie cheese.
Maybe she expected the whole family to be on today, and she was a little disappointed that
Yeah.
she wasn't invited down here.
Well, the camera's just not big enough.
That's true.
The frame. We might keep cutting in and out of like this mic range, but whatever. All right, so I wanted to talk about there is a reason destiny rhymes with rest of me.
Yeah, and like you showed me your notes about this
Mhm.
like 2 nights ago,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really been on my mind a lot. Like I don't understand what you mean by that. Like,
Yeah, so...
the rest of me will eventually be my destiny.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much exactly that is that, you know, your destiny is the rest of you, so it's the rest of me, because you're always talking about yourself. So my destiny is to be on a famous podcast, so the rest of me, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, we also talked about how like topics come up throughout the week that you're like, I should write this down. This should be on a podcast, and then
Mhm.
5 minutes go by, and you're like,
no,
What
I
was it?
shouldn't, which is
What was
probably
it?
one of these topics, but I still wanted to say it because, so if you want to complete yourself, become who you are meant to be, you have to achieve your destiny, so you have to get the rest of me.
see, you also then said dest of me.
Dest of me.
Dest of me is the
Mm.
rest of me.
Dest of me. Did I just say
So
that?
now you're
Oh, bro.
blending rest of me and destiny.
Mm.
So now it's the dest of me. So I
The
really
de-
want to know what your dest of me is.
The dest of me is... that sounds like death of me or something. It sounds a
Yeah,
little...
now the rest of me just got dark.
Yeah. All right, so Kanye West dropped an album yesterday, right? Yeah. And I know you didn't listen.
I have not.
I did listen. Kanye, do you think Kanye is one of the like best producers?
I only have listened to Kanye on your
Authority?
not authority.
Recommendation?
I mean, yeah, recommendation is more like it. His College Dropout album was one I listened to front to back because you said to, so I did.
And it was good?
Yeah, it's good.
Mhm.
But he is just such like a dichotomy, I guess would be the word. Like he
What
is
a
just,
dichotomy?
I'm not even sure, but it just sounds like what he would be. Because he just like he's crazy, like not crazy, but like just I mean he's like our modern day Picasso, like
He's pretty crazy.
like yeah, but like they would have also said Picasso was crazy too, and like just because he's very artsy and stuff. So he just I mean I'm sure in the future it's gonna be like in history books, like in 2050, it's gonna be like the artist Kanye,
Yeah.
one of America's greatest musical artists.
But then it'll also be like, was also a bipolar psychopath.
Yeah, exactly. But it'll be like, and not fully. Well, no, I mean he's definitely fully recognized in this day.
Yeah, like everybody. Yeah, like he's the biggest thing.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is with artists that just has cuckoo go along with it, but he's definitely cuckoo.
He's also lived with fame for quite a long time, and that'll do things to you.
Yeah, I guess that's like the whole Disney star issue and stuff like that.
If we look at Miley and we look at what's that other girl's name from Shake It Up?
That's I don't know. I don't know. I didn't watch Disney
Casey
at that point.
Something. She was in that movie where she was allergic to the sun.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, but she's also like,
I mean, Lindsay Lohan, wasn't she Disney?
Yeah, so that's Lindsay Lohan, Miley Cyrus, and then this Bella Thorne. That's it.
Oh yeah.
They're all kind of they've had rough life, but like I'm guaranteed I'd have a rough life if I was in the spotlight and everybody was like commenting on every move and decision I've ever made.
I don't really get like. I mean, I guess I wouldn't understand it unless I did it, but like how hard it is to live with fame, like I don't know.
You think it's easy, but I guess once you're in it and you walk outside your house and there's like 16 cameras constantly taking pictures.
Yeah, I guess that could get aggravating.
I still want it though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would prefer it. There's something about humans that are just like, I want everybody to know what I'm doing.
Like also in my head, I always like, I don't know if you ever did this, but like you always used to think like if my life was a movie, like like those weird thoughts you have when you're a kid, like
sign a movie, dog. Sorry, I had to do that. That's from an earlier podcast.
No, yeah, it just like I always used to like watch a movie when like someone in the movie like they do something like how they take off their shirt or something like that, and then you're like, if I was in a movie, how would I take my shirt off?
Yep.
Because the movie version is never realistic.
Nope.
But then you wonder if they do that in real life. And then like I'm like when I'm riding on the bus, I'm like, man, like in movies they always ride the bus so dramatically, and when I'm on the bus, I'm like,
yeah. I'd assume because we have some friends who are trying to be actors / are actors, I guess. And I feel like they live their life, they're constantly like pretending as if they were living a movie. Yeah, we should check these. Those are looking
they're
tasty.
looking golden, but let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's keep it a little bit longer. Oh, those look good. Woo! Okay.
I'll get this out of here.
Give me a pair, though. Dude, I can't get enough of these pears. Shout out to all the pears. Yeah.
Oh, we forgot our time.
Oh, we didn't put the time on.
I don't know what the time would have even done. Not into spices like that,
Yeah, I don't know.
It smells pretty good.
Yeah, I think
what if we just sprinkle it on top?
yeah,
Sear it in?
yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Can't hurt. Definitely. You got the long arm.
Definitely won't hurt.
Gene. Oh.
We're spreading time right now for those of you listening on the podcast.
You want a little more? That's good.
I think I'll be okay with this. Oh, these look so good.
Jeez.
You just asked me to do it.
Yeah, seriously, the long arm gene. It is funny that, I mean, like in our family, it goes, like our older brother Jordan, tall, lanky. And we're back. Goes like our older brother Jor, who's tall and lanky like you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have skinny torsos, short torsos, long freaking legs, long arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes Jess, which the girls are all over the place in the family. They don't really have a set thing. And then it goes me, where it's like I think my torso is actually longer than my legs.
But I think that might be a little good in terms of human anatomy and balance and all that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty deep thought right there. But then it goes, like, our youngest brother, Jake, is just like you guys. So, like, all of a sudden, like, whoever's making the babies threw a curveball in there and was like, this kid's going to be different. And you're going to be a little like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah, there is, like, a weird... Yeah, because being in a family of 10, which I guess nobody on this has
big
heard.
reveal.
Big reveal there is that we are a family of 10.
Oh, look at the cheese.
Oh.
I think it's time.
I think adding that time did something. I think it's time. Do you think it's time?
It could be time.
We could crank it up real quick last second to get that
all the way.
Crispy feeling
Put it
you
on
want.
max.
I wanted to talk about a show we watched recently on Netflix with Chance the Rapper,
Yeah.
Cardi B.
What was it called again?
And T.I. Rhythm and Flow.
Okay. About finding the new hip hop superstar.
The new hip hop, the new rapper of the generation.
Oh my ooze.
Dude, this cheese is just glopping. I could say it looks like this one thing that's inappropriate, but
Mayonnaise?
like a white substance. It's kind of thick.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise.
Very inappropriate.
Oh my gosh, this is bubbling. I don't know. Is all the cheese gonna be off the bread at this point?
Let's call it.
Cranking down.
All the way down.
Lift up. Yeah, we should have gotten a spatula. Good. That was smart. Oh my. Gee williker.
So you give them a second to rest.
Yeah, definitely a second to rest on these bad boys. But so we watched this show, Rhythm and Flow, and we actually didn't watch the whole show. We just watched the first episode.
Yeah, and I don't feel like we missed anything.
We watched the first episode and the last episode.
Yeah.
Just to see, who wound up winning.
Gave you a pretty deep look into I mean, it just made me realize that Chance is exactly who I thought he was. Cardi B was exactly who I thought she was, and T.I. was an enigma in himself.
What is an enigma?
I'm just saying words today. They seem like they fit.
They do seem like they fit.
Usually I have my girlfriend around to define these for me, but
yeah.
she's not here today. So.
Yeah, sorry. Big reveal again. This man's taken. But this man right here... No, it's okay.
Because...
Cardi B is just like the most annoying person I've ever watched. I don't know. It's just... But we did notice something that she knows that she's just selling sex.
Yeah, she said it. She literally
said I'm selling titties and ass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm selling.
Yeah, she said, because there was another girl rapper, and she just looked normal, and she was a good rapper and had good, I don't know, rhythm and flow. And Cardi B was like, you see, it's interesting because, like, you're just good and you can sell that, and I sell boobs and butt. And it was like, oh, so she knows what
At least
she's
she
doing.
knows. And then T.I. was just like a Daddy Warbucks type character.
Yeah, definitely did a lot of the funding.
Always wearing like a suit, a fresh suit. And, and he's just like, I don't know, he felt like he was editing his voice a lot.
Yeah.
Very well played. He says
like,
that in that.
Yeah.
In the finale, you'll see on like the very last performance, his reaction. He just turns to Cardi and Chance and is like, "Very well played."
Yeah.
I was like T.I. and T.I. Tip.
Yeah.
I don't know. They called him both. It was very confusing.
Give these things the cut.
Yeah, let's cut these things. I want to munch into these.
Do you prefer a diagonal cut or a straight across cut?
Give me diagonal because I like to bite it right on the tip.
Ooh.
Oh. How hot are they? They're still hot, right?
I would say so.
Okay, let me...
Wait, was that the one I made?
No, this is mine. I'm going to go show this to the camera. I wish you could smell this through the microphone. Look at this. Oh, that's a nice looking sandwich. Oh yeah, baby. Okay.
Alright. I don't know if Mom knows this because she makes these a lot. I don't really prefer this grilled cheese over the other one. So that might break her heart, but maybe it was just because they were never trimmed on the cheese.
Oh my. Oh my.
Well, hot.
Yeah. Everybody should try this. Sorry for chewing in the microphone and whatnot, but there's gonna be a regular event on this show now, so get used to it. Everybody should try this sandwich.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh.
And definitely you need to trim the cheese. And that thyme sprinkle.
The thyme
Pretty
sprinkle
good.
was definitely a good add-on. I wanted to talk about another movie we watched.
I think we should trade our second half. So we can try each other's.
Okay. Yeah, because we did craft these ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how you did. Oh. Yours has more pear.
I did put an extra.
That was very smart. Oh, Jesus.
They're the same.
I like them both. We watched this movie called The Hudson Hawk, which you recommended.
I did. Which this happens a lot. I recommend a movie and then halfway through I'm like, I probably shouldn't have recommended this.
It's with Bruce Willis, and it's like one of those movies that's just like so bad that it's good and entertaining.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend everybody watch The Hudson. That's it. What it's called, right? The Hudson Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just full of
I'm
one-liners.
going to steal that because you usually do a movie recommendation and a song recommendation, right? I'm
Yeah.
going to say that's my movie recommendation
Okay,
because
Hudson-
I recommended
Hudson
it to you 2 nights ago, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm stealing that.
That's fine. That's fair.
Which I guess we'll do these at the end because we'll continue with the rest, but
yeah.
we're going to come back to that.
Yes. It's full. That movie's full of one. No, yeah, we're coming back to that. Can I look at what I have here? Oh yeah, I was thinking this week, which is probably another one I should have given up on, but so like when I sing, especially in the shower, I'm like, I'm a damn good singer. I'm like, I am the best singer. But then I wonder, like when Beyonce went and hit her first note, you know, her first
Yeah.
high note, if she was just like, and was just like, wow, I am angelic. I
Yeah.
am destined for this. Or if she was just like, oh yeah, I think I'm, because like how do you know? Because I mean, that's life. I mean, listen to this voice.
It's deep. It sounds
That's
just
what
like
all
him.
the people say. You were riding high and able,
Shot down in May.
see, give us the contract. Give us the contract
The
now.
Frank contract.
We also watched The Joker last night.
Yeah, we went and saw it.
Which
My
that-
first time, your second time.
Yeah, that song is in, and I liked it a lot more the second time.
It was very thought-provoking.
But now, so I did come up with a theory, which I spoke to you a little bit about, was that it's like who you watch the movie with plays a role in your opinion of the movie.
Yeah.
Do you agree or no?
I think it depends on your personality type. I, especially with movies, because I've recommended so many movies that I thought were hilarious and that were really bad to the rest of my family. I keep my own opinion no matter what everyone else's opinion is. And, yeah, it means you should never take a movie recommendation from me, really, is what it comes down to. There's always movies that come out that I'm like, oh yeah, that was a good movie. I like that movie in theaters, and then critics rip it apart or something like that.
And I also think stick to your gut on your movie opinions.
I think so too.
Because, you know, you can't let other people, you gotta like, you walk out a movie and you're like, I like that, and then somebody's like, oh, I didn't like this aspect of it, and you're like, oh yeah, I didn't like that either, but no, you did like it because you didn't even notice it the first time.
Yeah, but I think that's with everything also. Like, you know, when you're talking to someone and you're like, their first question has like 2 sides to it, and you're kind of seeing what they're gonna say. Like, you could be like, oh, I don't like to work overtime. Or you could say, like, are you going to work overtime? And they could either say they like overtime or they don't like overtime. And your follow-up is going to be based on what they say.
Is the classic, like, loaded question, like, are you hot? You know? Like, if I were
like
hot
if we
right
were in
now.
a car together?
Yeah. Like, are you hot? And it's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm fine. You're like,
Yeah, so do they want me to turn the air down
you're
or
like,
not?
me too.
Yeah.
I'm not hot either.
Yeah.
Even though I just asked. But you give yourself away immediately
Yeah.
on those questions. So, yeah, I'm starting to pick up on this ideal of just, like, live life. Like, ask people for what you want, you know, try and do what you want without being, you know, a jerk about it, obviously. But, like, you know, look out for numero uno,
Yeah,
kind of.
I guess.
That also is, like, the opposite of what our parents have told us the whole...
Yeah. And, like,
the
I
whole
probably
life.
would never do. Like, it would take, like, a lot of situations take me so much processing to give an answer, which, like, another thing, like, in sports and stuff with smack talk, I was always awful at. Because, like, my brain doesn't turn fast enough for me to have a good comeback or anything like that. So it's like, someone's like, you're bad. And I'm like, you're a smelly person.
Your shoes untied.
And then I think about that for like 5 days and what I could have said, and then I come up
Ugh.
with a great response, and I'm like, I'll use that the next time someone says I'm bad. And then I don't.
Before bed, in the shower, those thoughts creep up on you, and you're just like I do this, like, I'll be sitting there, and I'll just, like, be thinking about something, and I'll just be like,
Yeah.
why did I say that? Like, it rots me. I don't know if everybody gets that, but,
Makes you, just like
Rot-
completely
ugh.
cringe.
like, yeah, and I'm just like, I need to move frantically
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of middle school memories do that to me.
Mm.
A lot of things that happened in middle school.
Middle school is a broken system.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Tears were shed. Tears were shed.
I think universally. I mean, even I have a friend who's now a middle school substitute teacher, and it's just, I mean, he didn't like middle school. He didn't like it because it just is ridiculous. And he went back and is now teaching middle school. So now I know all the teachers in middle school don't like middle school either. So it's like, if the people teaching it don't even like it, who's the one who's keeping middle school alive?
Yeah, but what's the alternative?
I don't know.
Some people go to middle school. It goes from 6th grade all the way to 12th grade, like high school. And I'm like, that just sounds like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun at all. That sounds like a lot more tears than just 6th to 8th grade.
Yeah, and middle school is like you can start to learn real stuff too, so it's pretty important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're about wrapping up here because I'm trying to shorten the episodes up to like 30 to 40 minutes. So hit them with your movie suggestion one more time.
So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this movie. The Hudson Hawk. Yeah, that's going to be it. Hudson Hawk.
Okay.
Yours?
Oh, go ahead. Do you have a song or no?
I do have a song. Well, it's not really a song. It's an artist, but he has been my favorite artist for a while. And I'm about to go to a concert of his, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Yellow Wolf. And he's also releasing a new album November 1st, so I'm going to say listen to that. I don't know if it's going to be good yet because I obviously haven't heard it, but I like his old stuff.
So Yellow Wolf and the Hudson Hawk.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a song in mind, and it's called Poet. I showed it to you last night by Malia.
Okay.
And it's like, what is it? I'm a soldier and a poet. Go getter and a stoner. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's good.
It's inspirational.
Yeah.
Seriously, somebody signed
But the
me
funny
to
thing is,
a
when you
record
played
company.
it yesterday, you said, I think she forgot to put the drop in here. And I kind of put my expectations low. I didn't realize you liked it that much.
She did forget. No, I liked it a lot. But there was, like, it seemed like there should have been a big drop of, like,
Yeah.
swell.
Really emotional.
Movie recommendation, I'm going to say As Good As It Gets with, cough you.
Excuse me. I was really tickling back there, and I was like, I don't want to cough until this is over, but
No,
I
you
had to.
just cough. We fly by the seat of our pants on this Comcast.
Finally got that saying down, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you watch.
I did watch.
The movie is As Good As It Gets with Jack Nicholson. That's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And They just don't make movies like that anymore, in the words of my mother. That's her quote on that movie, and it's...
You said that upstairs before,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't give Mom credit, so...
I was like, Mom said that, and I was like, I should quote her right now, and I was like, no, but
I
now...
won't tell him.
now a second time in front of billions and billions of people, I quoted her. Yeah, so, is there anything else that we want to say... to the people? Oh yeah, actually, hold on. This is on Spreaker. That's a website. This podcast is on Spreaker. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on Google Podcasts. It's on Castbox. It's on Podcast Addict. And it's on YouTube too.
Yeah, drop a like, drop a comment.
Yeah, like and subscribe, all that BS. But seriously, I want to grow my dreams, so don't be stingy.
Yeah,
You know,
it's dreams we're talking about here, people.
it's dreams. And the ones that don't make me cringe, but will probably make me cringe later. So yeah, I'd say that's about it. I have a new sign off, which is just stay frosty. You know, it's
Cool.
my slogan. It's my
Got
saying.
a sweatshirt of it.
It's gonna be merch later on once
Fund
all
his
you-
merch, people.
Yeah, once people start buying. So Josh, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Of course. Hopefully,
Went pretty quick.
we'll get you on in the future. Yeah, it was when we keep it to a half hour, 40 minutes. It's a little quick, but you know, you gotta get viewers somehow. But you'll definitely be on in the future. Wanna shake hands?
Cue the music.
Cue the music. Roll the music.